Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kim, and if you're new, welcome. Before I get started, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to my channel today and become a member. Hit that like button if you like the content, smash it, and leave me a comment. Now I'm trying to build a community, and I'd like to know what works for you, what doesn't. Sound off, right? Okay, so today's video is going to be dedicated in its entirety to diet, right? Fibromyalgia diet, Autoimmune Protocol diet, eating for your blood type diet, and the leaky gut diet. Okay, let's jump into fibromyalgia diet. The number one thing on their list was gluten. Now, I had a colonoscopy done years ago, and they did a biopsy on me, and I do not have celiac disease. However, I am gluten sensitive. So you're not supposed to have that. You're not supposed to have red meat. You're not supposed to have nightshades. Nightshades include white potatoes, all the peppers, tomatoes, and eggplant. And then goji berries is part of the nightshade family. Okay, you're not supposed to have sugar. Sugar is an inflammatory food, or is it an additive, food additive? I'm not sure on that one, but you're not supposed to have it. Even honey, even in the smallest minute amount, you're only supposed to have it very sparingly, very occasionally. Sugar's bad for you. Remember I said it feeds the beast? It really does. You're not supposed to have processed foods. Processed foods are inflammatory foods. You're not supposed to have those. And you're not supposed to have alcohol. Besides it dehydrating you and not really being healthy for you, it could interact with any of the medications you're on, thus boosting them and causing all kinds of problems, right? So there's that. Now the AIP diet, foods to eat, foods to avoid. Oh, did I say dairy, eggs, and dairy, eggs, and caffeine? That's what it was. Those are the rest on the fibromyalgia diet, what not to eat. The AIP, Autoimmune Protocol diet, stuff you're not supposed to have are grains such as oats, rice, and wheat, all dairy and eggs, see there's some overlap, legumes such as beans and peanuts, again with the nightshades, another overlap, all sugars, including sugar replacements, except for occasional use of honey, and you don't want to be putting aspartame or anything like that into your body. It is not a friend to you. Butter or ghee, all oils except for avocado, coconut, and olive oil, alcohol, and food additives. That's kind of vague, isn't it? I think some more of those were on the fibromyalgia not what to eat diet too. Let me see. Carbohydrates, refined carbohydrates, processed foods, unhealthy fats. Okay, vegetable oils such as corn oil, safflower oil, and peanut oil have an inflammatory effect. Okay, and then alcohol. Although in moderate use, it kind of alleviates some of the pain, right, or the symptoms, but it is not good for you to have. Okay. And then I gave you the AIP protocol diet, what not to have. And it says that one of the good things to have, really good, is called bone broth. If you're not familiar with that, what you do is you go to, like, we have a meat market called Hills Meat Market where I live in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And they sell the bones from cows, and you put that in water and you let it cook. My daughter lets it cook for like 24 hours. So, and that's really good for you. Sweet potato and meat and fish, it says preferably not factory raised. So that's the AIP protocol. Now, eating for the blood type. For me, I'm B positive. Although eating for your blood type, most of what I've seen over the last 15 years does not differentiate between positive and negative. It's just the blood type. So for B, I'm supposed to avoid corn, wheat, buckwheat, lentils, tomatoes, peanuts, and sesame seeds. And it says chicken is also problematic, you think? So there's a lot of overlapping. If you notice, like, in most of, like, the nightshades, and then in most of it had, there's caffeine, there's dairy, and there was eggs you're not supposed to eat. So all three for me. Now, I don't know, if you're AB, and then you have to, eating for your blood type, you have to follow the protocol for A and for B. And sometimes it's, they contradict each other. So you just have to be very careful. But I'd say overall, the number one food not to eat, once again, is sugar because it feeds the beast. And number two is processed foods. What you need to do is find you, we have this place called the Three Rivers Co-op, and they sell a lot of organic food there. There's farmers markets, and then there's higher end, even Walmart sells organic food, right? But how organic is it? Like, I don't know. I've never seen proof of stuff. Like, a lot of the, we've got the fresh market here. We don't have Whole Foods. And, like, some of their stuff says certified organic on it. And I trust it a little better than just the regular grocery store saying organic. Is it really organic? Because these things are important too, because you don't want to be, if you're already sick, you don't want to be putting pesticides in your food, in your body. You know what I mean? And that just makes it worse. And so as far as diets goes, those are really important ones. Leaky gut. Hold on a second. I took this leaky gut. You can just Google leaky gut. What is it called? Quiz or whatever. It says my score is 250. Likelihood of leaky gut high. Probability 84% or higher. Now, the school of thought is that leaky gut causes autoimmune diseases, right? So in leaky gut, there's a permeability in your intestines. And so, like, instead of, say, on your window, you've got a screen, and the holes are just so tiny, tiny, tiny. And then think about chicken wire, how it's got, holes all over it this size. So normal people, tiny, leaky gut, holes all over it, right? So toxins and bacteria can get into your bloodstream that way, thus making you ill. So one must think about, okay, well, what is the diet for, here's the leaky gut diet plan. Foods to avoid. Avoiding certain foods is equally important for improving your gut health. Some foods have been shown to cause inflammation in your body. And it says, which may promote the growth of unhealthy gut bacteria that are linked to many chronic diseases. Okay. Wheat-based products, gluten-containing grains, processed meats, baked goods, snack foods. Okay, baked good. Yeah, snack foods like crackers, pretzels, popcorn, and popcorn you're not supposed to eat with IBS either. Dairy products, refined oils, canola oil, sunflower oil, soybean oil, and safflower oils. Sunbean oil. Soybean oil is very, very bad for you because in the United States, soybean and corn are all GMOs. Artificial sweeteners, aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin. Sauces, salad dressings, as well as soy, teriyaki, and hoisin sauce. Beverages, alcohol, carbonated beverages, and other sugary drinks. Carbonated beverages, if you have interstitial cystitis, you should never have anyway. There's like Gatorade. For that, Gatorade and water are your best friends, but Gatorade is sugary, so there's that, right? So your best bet is to drink water, 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 water. So most of these diets overlap quite a bit of foods. I think leaky gut is one of the most important ones because, well, and like I said, most of them overlap with the fibromyalgia diet, with the AIP diet. But if you can get your leaky gut fixed, then you might be able to get everything else under control, because you're getting rid of the inflammatory foods and replacing them with anti-inflammatory foods. And you can Google all of that. There's several books on eating for your blood type. You can get for your specific blood type. I'm sure there's tons of books on fibromyalgia and eating, the diet. The thing is, it's really important to check what you're putting in your body. Don't be eating McDonald's and Wendy's and Arby's and Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, Domino's, whatever. All those fast foods are bad for you. Even Subway, because you're not supposed to eat processed meats, right? That's hot dogs, that's lunch meat, or they used to call lunch meat. I don't know if they still call it that anymore. But anyways, the diet's going to be really important for you. And if you're going to follow any diet, you need to consult your doctor first. I'm not a doctor. I am just my own best activist and doctor for myself. Because you know how your body responds to things. Nobody else does. And what responds for me might not respond for you. That's really important to remember. Just because XX down the hall was able to eat this, this, and this and cure herself, you might not be able to. And like, we didn't go over the IBS protocol. Like, you're not supposed to have nuts, seeds, or popcorn, because those all irritate the lining of the intestines. So, like seeds, I love pumpkin seeds, and they're very high in protein and good for you, but they're not good for somebody with IBS. So, do a little research, figure out things. And like, I have chronic kidney stones, so green leafy vegetables, nuts, and tea, sweet tea, are known causes of calcium oxalate crystals, kidney stones, I'm sorry. So, and if you looked at a map with everybody that had kidney stones, like the South in the United States is peppered with it. So, I think it's because of the sweet tea. Anyways, so that is the diet things, not what not to eat, not what to eat, whichever way. Anyways, the takeaway is don't be eating sugar, right? No processed foods. Eat as much organic, non-GMO foods as you can afford or find. Let's see, what else was there? Say no to caffeine. Say no to alcohol, right? Say no to dairy. Say no to eggs. Start off with just give it a 1 week trial period and see how you are. Tomorrow I'm going full force, no sugars. That's where I'm starting at. for me. I think I'm going to be cranky, but it only takes a few days to get rid of it. So, of the cravings, right? Like, I'm a sugar addict, and I'm less today than I was 5 years ago, but my sister and I are sugar junkies. So, alcoholism runs in our family, and the doctors have told me that is a sign of alcoholism. If I were a drinker, I would be an alcoholic because of my genetic factor, right? So, anyways, I'm going to leave you with those tips of what not to eat. I would suggest, if you can't find the book, Google eating for your blood type and put your blood type in. If you don't know your blood type, next time you get blood work, which most of us who have fibromyalgia see the doctor often, for other things, ask them to type your blood for you. You should know it anyway, right? It's an important thing to know. So anyways, I'm sorry this video is running long. I love all you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And I truly hope that you learned a little something here tonight. And with that, I will see you next time in my next video.